Hey Leo, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for March 27th, 2025. This is for Leo. Last shuffle coming out for Leo. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. So Leo, we have the sacred temple, and then we have playing it safe. So it looks very much so like you are needing to focus on really needing to focus on your objectives fully. You're in the right place at the right time. That's the safest thing that you can believe or agree on. Is like I was meant to stand where I'm at. Whatever comes up, it's like that's what you're meant to be. Like you're meant to be there. Um, it's very important, yeah, because you have the Ten of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. They want you to keep that energy up, like keep that going. Everywhere you are, I'm meant to be right here. Whatever I'm going through, I'm meant to go through. Kind of thing. It's so important that you're in this space, and you need, in order to stay in that space, you would need to say to yourself, my ability to conquer my challenges is limitless. My potential to succeed is infinite. It doesn't matter. You're gonna have to be with the Devil and King of Wands. It's important. Your ego is important. It's not it's like the truth is, it's not ego. That may be something that you may think is a dark thing or a bad thing, right? I shouldn't be this confident. Being this confident is the it's a stereotype of Leo, right? Oh, Leo needs so many compliments, and Leo needs so much praise and accolades and things of that nature. And so some of you may already be in that space of being like, I'm very self-conscious of being that confident in every situation. Like I know I can handle whatever comes my way, but it's so important that you are that way right now. Three of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, over the whole reading does speak a lot about how you're meant to be where you are and work with what you have in the present moment, period. Okay? And Sacred Temple, Devil, King of Wands, Death, and Ace of Swords. This speaks about it's not ego, more like an ego death in the sense of understanding that you are where you're meant to be. You are doing what you're meant to do. Whatever you're dealing with is what is meant to be. That an ego would be saying, of course, I'm the best in the moment. I'm the best thing smoking. I'm supposed to be here because I'm supposed to conquer this. But instead going, I know I'm meant to be here and I'm meant to overcome something and I'm meant to learn something from it too. And so playing it safe is the Nine of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. Playing it safe would be to say that this is what I was promised. This is going to lead me to something. Playing it safe would say this is part of what I asked for. And and to be honest with you, whenever you ask for something from spirit, no matter what, it comes with something. You know what I mean? It's not like to say, if we're asking for certain things, it's very important to say things like with harm to none and with blessings for all, because you could ask for a million, like, oh, I wanted to be a millionaire, but it requires a few deaths. You know what I mean? It requires stomping on someone's hopes and dreams are dashed so that you could have. And so spirit is saying play it safe and be very meticulous with what you're asking for. But you also need to, they're telling you there's a message in this. It's like close your eyes consistently throughout the day and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. Like no matter what you're going through, you deserve to feel good about yourself and good about life. It's important to focus on you at this time. Very important that you focus on yourself. It's time to spend some time on yourself and get yourself together, get yourself balanced, but very, very careful with what you're asking for. Make sure that you're adding to anything that you ask for with harm to none and um, and blessings for all. Because you don't want to be the one that's asking for something and then, oh, the baby doesn't have a lollipop because I wouldn't want kind of vibe. And I mean, I'm being facetious and joking and everything, but seriously, right? Um, they want you to practice self-love throughout the day, and especially it's very important that we're not looking at things as a self-serving thing, because that's what happens. It's the ego death that I'm seeing that will occur anyway. It will occur, but it's an ego death where it's like I want these things but without hurting anyone else, which is already how Leo operates. But they're also showing that you may be dealing with people who are not giving a crap whether or not you're okay or not. They're getting what they want. They don't care if they put you out. They don't care if they put you in a place where you're going to have to, it's going to take so hard, so long, and so much work to get back to the place that you were. They're asking you to focus on what you want, right? Focus on you, not necessarily egotistically, but in a way where it's like, I need this, but I don't want anyone to get hurt in order for me to get this. Even people who don't give a crap if I get hurt back, because I am seeing people around you wanting things from you. And Spirit wants you to be very careful about agreeing. Be very careful about how you retort or how you respond. Watch your words, right? And understand that you're meant to enjoy this day. The day is meant to be enjoyed, no matter what another person does or says, no matter what happens around you, because I do see that something is going to happen, but not necessarily like, oh, it's going to be a bad thing. They're just like, be happy regardless. But also make sure that whatever you do, you're saying, well, I'm not trying to hurt anybody in this. Like, that's the intention that you're giving out. Like, I want everyone to feel satisfied, but I am going to focus on me. And as long as it's not hurting anybody, I'm going to continue to do this or go in this direction. I'm seeing angel number 1221. That's usually a number that represents taking initiative, changes, right? Your expression, getting good news, even high vibes, high vibes. Um, this is about communicating some things, but with enthusiasm, with joy. And they want you to work with what you have in this number, which is what I'm seeing. You have to work with what you've got in the moment. Know that everything is like meant to be in this moment. You need to count your blessings, acknowledge the people that you hold dear. And a lot of the acknowledgement would be in whenever you're wishing for something, hoping for something, setting intentions, we're focusing on without harming them. You know what I mean? But also blessings to all, but I'm still going to do me, you know. You're going to find inspiration in your day consistently if you stay enthusiastic, if you tell yourself consistently that you deserve to feel joyful no matter what circumstances you're in. You will find inspiration, and you'll figure out a way forward through whatever you go through dealing with whoever you're dealing with or what have you. And I see good news coming towards you, that something that you want is going to happen. And it seems like it's coming through a person, like an older man even, maybe coming towards you to give you good news. There's something about you needing to, or knowing that you do need to do something differently, do things differently. A consciousness of lack is the Ace of Pentacles and Two of Pentacles. There's something here about, I can no longer teeter totter and do this and do that at the same time. There's something about, now I need to choose a direction. I cannot continue to ride a fence in a situation, or to continue to do two things at once. And that could be anything. There seems to be like, oh gosh, I'm seeing a reputation you have, like you've always been doing something and now you can no longer continue to do it. And it's a good thing. Okay, you have a lot of hidden potential. You need to know that there's a lot of hidden knowledge in a situation as well. You may get good news that's going to help you, some news like the truth or some clarity that's going to help you to uncover some things. You need to incorporate mauve into your space as well, because that vibrates on the frequency of enjoying like you're enjoying clear hearing. You're hearing the messages no matter what is coming in. It sounds like good news because you see, oh my gosh, this is another sign that what I want is coming. This is another sign that Spirit heard me. Regardless of what comes in, it could be in the form of, like I said, a very egotistical person, a very self-serving energy. But you see already through whatever they're doing or whatever they're saying that something good's coming towards you. You're seeing every disaster, any problem as, wow, that's a sign that something good is coming. This reminds me of, like I told you guys before, I used to be a Mormon, right? For like a decade. And every single time something crazy happened, like right before I would be going to, say, the temple or something, all of a sudden my car would stop working, something else would happen, this, that, and the third would happen, something would happen with my family or whatever. And out of nowhere, uh, I would find a way through. Like one time my head was cracked in my car, my engine cracked, and it would overheat. Like I could go 5 minutes up the street and all of a sudden my car is overheating. I'd have to take my foot off the gas and coast down the hill. you know what I mean, and gas it only when I'm going up a hill. And I was like really working it. And that particular day was really, really, really cold. I drove all the way there. It was an hour away and no problems. Because it was cold, it was able to cool off the engine on the way. And so I was like, oh, that's a sign, no matter what is thrown at me, I'm always going to be blessed. And so that's kind of the same energy that I'm throwing out here that I'm seeing for you. Okay. I don't know. I have so many freaking stories. It's so funny. That I can tell you so many things. But discovery is the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. And this is an intention of trying to figure out or decipher the messages coming towards you. I'm seeing a lot of messages of you need to change something, choose a different way. But the different way is actually an improvement. It's actually going to bring a little bit more of a balance. You will be able to conquer any challenge that comes your way. It just doesn't matter what happens. It's like the atmosphere would change for you. Like I said, I kid you not, my car, I couldn't make it around the corner without it overheating, but I had stuff to do, and I didn't live in a space where you could just jump in an Uber. Back then, it wasn't even. As a matter of fact, that was like 15 years ago. You couldn't just call Uber. There wasn't even that big. It was cabs, and they wouldn't come where I lived. I lived in the country. So I was like, I gotta drive. And so either way, that's something that Spirit is wanting you to understand, that the wild nature of life is going to be harnessed for you. Okay. Any evil intention is going to be transmuted into something that benefits you. So look into your Lilith placements here as well, because it's going to show you what your fears are versus what is going to happen in your life. And it also brings up the egotistical energy that comes towards you. Lilith oftentimes is broken down into three parts. Like, if whatever your Lilith is broken down into three parts, and one is like the victim. Like, if you're in the Lilith, the lowest level, like you're the victim, right? And then, or you're the victimizer, I believe. You're the one that's complicit with the darkness of that sign. And then, complicit, or you're the victimizer. And then the second level is now you're a victim to the stuff that's happening with that black moon, Lilith. And then the third level is like you're above it. You recognize it, and that's something that you're saying, yeah, I'm trying to rectify. So I'm seeing people coming towards you, energy coming towards you, and it will give you the indication that, oh my gosh, I've overcome this. I'm just not even, you know what I mean? I'm not even interested in that kind of energy. And on top of that, I see it coming before it even gets to me. And I already know what to do. I already know how to deal with this type of person. And so Spirit wants you to look into that, to make sure that you know what it is that's coming towards you. You already will know. It will probably be absolutely like, it would be obvious. I'm seeing something being very obvious, the dark sides of people, and what you attract. You may say, and sometimes with Lilith, you will be able to see, like, these are the type of people that I seem to, no matter what I do, these type of people come towards me. I could say that with absolute certainty. There's certain types, like before, way when I was younger. Uh, I mean, and we were younger yesterday. You know what I'm saying? But um, years ago, before I started this journey, years ago, I noticed certain types of people coming towards me. Certain types that were very, they were complicit with certain things, and it was the same kind of person all the time, to the degree where I started to notice it, and I'm like, now, no, not so much at all, but I notice it, and I'm trying to change it in the world. I'm trying to change it everywhere I go, because um, I want to see light so much. And not to say that we can't use the dark, right? Everything is useful. Everything can be transmuted into something positive. And even to the degree of the music that you would listen to, you could change the words to like match, not change the words, but if you can transmute the song where it's like maybe they're singing to a certain type of a person, you can change it to be like, oh, fit it to match. If this is not something that I would say to my guardian angel, or the deity that I believe in, or whatever, then that may not be the energy for me, kind of vibe. And so I don't know, there's something about this coming in through for you. Enjoying clear hearing is that you may be able to transmute things to where it's like you hear the message, even if it's something that is a little bit derogatory, or you know what I mean, it's not necessarily fitting the description, but it does at the same time, kind of thing. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio or a Capricorn. That's very powerful or very strong here, very strong. We also have Virgo or Taurus, Aries, another Leo or Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. So you could be a Leo Virgo cusp dealing with a Virgo Libra cusp. We have Libra Scorpio cusp, Scorpio Sagittarius cusp, Sagittarius Capricorn cusp, Capricorn Aquarius cusp. But then we have Taurus Gemini. If you're not dealing with those signs, but you don't have to be, those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.